Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the January 2023 reading for the zodiac sign of Libra. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you this month. Also, I did post the full year 2023 videos. If you haven't checked those out, please do so. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. That helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump in and get started. In column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column number 2, we're going to take a look at what's coming for January in general. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to do 3 yes or no questions, a crystal of the month, and a healing note for you. But again, column number 1 to start off with here, what's wrapping up and coming to a close. We have a summary card of time. But time's an interesting card because it really means 2 different things and they are completely opposite. So one of the meanings of this card is it was time to get something done, or now is not the time. So I feel like you're going to feel that one way or the other, Libra, where things were really moving and making progress, or things did not happen timely whatsoever. But let's go ahead and take a look and see what messages we have coming through here for you. Okay. The first card that we have is the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands is a very active, creative card. I do feel like for more of you it was time versus not time. Just kind of seeing this spread of cards here. But it seems like there was something new coming here. When I see the Page of Wands, it's like you're moving around, you're making progress, you're taking action. It's again very active. And this tends to be some sort of new project, new creative idea, some sort of action happening here. The next card that we have is the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is having to make a decision, so kind of weighing your options between something. This can also be multitasking or being really busy. So again, things are in motion, actions happening, changes happening. So definitely some movement coming through there. At the bottom here, we have the Death card. The Death card is a card of... Well, I always like to first off say, Libra, the Death card does not mean death. I always like to clarify that. But this is a card of changes. This is something ending. It's time to transform. It's time to take on something new. It's time to move forward. So really making sense with our time pairing there at the top. I don't know why this looks crooked on the screen. I promise we are on a straight line here. Let me try and straighten out just a little bit, Libra. It looks crooked, I promise it's not. Okay, let's go and clarify though and see what other messages I can give you. Okay, the first card that we have is the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is a card of wishes coming true, material abundance, good health. I like this. If you haven't been feeling good lately, this is a great card for you. Maybe you've had a cold, or even mentally, maybe you haven't been feeling the best. This is a good shift in health, so like to see this energy, new health coming in there for you. The Nine of Cups, though, more than anything, is wishes coming true. It's getting whatever you want. It's truly whatever you've been wishing for, hoping for, receiving that. So this new opportunity, this new thing you're taking action on is something I think that you've really wanted for some time, Libra. The next card that we have is the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. I do believe that this could potentially lead to money, or perhaps you've picked up an extra job or an extra task or something that's going to be paying more. It's there seems to be more money coming with the busyness and all that's happening, or this decision that you made will be leading to financial gains, but I like to see this. Also, this is kind of solo pleasures, so you maybe didn't have time to be with friends or family, just given that you were super busy. I do see you kind of doing a lot on your own there, Libra. And at the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. It's a card of good fortune. It's a card of good luck. It's a card of being at a turning point. Super nice pairing between the Death card and the Wheel of Fortune. They both indicate like significant changes and significant changes for the better. So I really like this course or this path that we're on currently here. Okay, now let's take a look at our next column, which is anything just general, what's coming for January. We have the card Moderation. Also a card I like a lot. You've probably heard me say this before, moderation is one of the keys to success. So as you go into January, be thinking of moderation. Be thinking of sleeping in moderation, eating in moderation, working out, whatever it may be. Make sure that's kind of that fine balance all around for you going into January. Again, moderation is one of those keys to success. But let's go ahead and see what other messages we've got coming through here for you. The first card that we have is the Fool card. The Fool card is the first card in the Major Arcana. It's a card of fresh hope, taking chances, going on a new path or adventure. This seems very fitting just compared or looking at what we just came off of. We did pick up something new with the Page of Wands. We're at a turning point here. So this new path adventure beginning makes total sense. Also, not to mention in general, it's the first month of 2023. So we're getting to start a new year. But really nice new positive energy. Definitely go after whatever this new beginning is. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very healing, very supportive. You're going to be supported in whatever this new beginning is. For some reason, I'm getting like supported by strangers. So that's not to say like your family, friends, loved ones won't be supporting you here, Libra, but it's like it'll be really supported by everybody. You're going to get support in places and people you maybe were not thinking of. The next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty, wanting to run away. I feel like you could be finding out some information this month, like perhaps like something that was dishonest, or just like finding out the truth was different than maybe what we thought it was. I'm going to try and clarify this a little bit more. This is like coming through not so much as theft, betrayal, dishonesty. I feel like those are very sharp words. But again, this is more so finding out information, and maybe it's not what we believed it to be previously. The first clarifier that we have is the Lover. The Lover's card is a card of love. It's a card of partnership, deep love, strength together. This really ties nicely in again to that support that I'm seeing. And again, it's still coming through as like support from strangers. So just take that for what it's worth. You may be getting support from areas or people you didn't think you would. This absolutely could be a new relationship for some of you. Really nice, strong, healthy relationship if that's the case. Anytime we have two of something on a card, though, it can indicate a decision. So perhaps this is a decision that you need to make about going after this new path with the Fool. I already did say if you have the opportunity to pursue, I would. But this could be an indicator of decision, but definitely could be a new relationship as well. The next card that we have is the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. This is seriously the card of everything wonderful. We have a nice full rainbow, happy couple, kids playing, the grass is green, water is running, there's a house in the background. It's everything that we want in life. It's all of the good feelings. It's family, contentment, total love, and support. I keep hearing support. So you have a support card with the Ten of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is also a support card. So again, really well supported. Supported by all around. So like to see that, like to feel that. At the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. Whatever this information is that you find out, you could like have a different boundary because of it, or it could change your thought process or the way that you want to handle or approach something. Again, I don't think it's horrible. It's just different than you thought it was going to be. Therefore, you're going to react to it differently and respond to it differently going forward. Okay, at this time we're going to take a look at our money column. I did get this deck of cards to kind of kick us off in terms of money, and this is a money affirmation for you for January. It says, I love money and money loves me. So in this column, we're going to talk about anything related to money, job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, whatever you associate with money here, Libra. The first card that we have is the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is a card I really like. If you look here, the Eight of Cups is stacked really nicely, but yet the person in the background is still walking away, still moving forward. I always like to explain that this is like going from good to better. The grass is greener on the other side type energy. What you have is good, but what you're seeking is even better. Where you're going is even better. This is a card of withdrawing, retreating, moving on, advancing. So I do think there's going to be some sort of financial or career advancement for you. Most likely career, so definitely a career shift coming in January. This could even be something though, like taking on a new project or switching job roles. Again, we're just going from good to better. We're advancing here in some fashion. The next card that we have is the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is a card of surprise gifts. That's what this fourth cup is here. So I would expect that there's going to be, expect the unexpected, Libra. Potential definitely for surprise gift. This can also be a card of feeling kind of like apathy or lack of fulfillment. So you might not be loving exactly what you're doing here. So for that reason, I do really like the Eight of Cups, that advancement, that moving forward onto something new. The next card that we have is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is very reliable, very patient, very hardworking, but this is about reaping the benefits of your hard work. And I definitely think that's the case as you move forward and advance. You've put in a lot of really good time and quality work, and that's why you're advancing. That's why you're moving forward. That could be the driver behind this surprise gift as well. So I like to see this. This is a reminder, though, to keep working hard, too. It's going to be maybe a little wonky coming off the holidays, so make sure you get yourself into a good work routine, if I can give any advice that's coming through there. Looking at our clarifiers here, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is a card of secrets and mysteries. So sometimes it's like we don't have all the information. You may be advancing and not knowing exactly what you're getting. However, I do think it's going to be really promising, so I would still go for it. But again, I just don't know that you'll know all the nitty-gritty details, but that's going to be okay. I'm hearing that that's okay. The High Priestess is also about trusting your intuition. Your gut feeling is so strong and so quality. So if your gut's telling you something, your intuition's telling you something, you should definitely be listening to it this month. The next card that we have is the Queen of Pentacles. I really like when the Queen of Pentacles comes up in our money column. The Queen of Pentacles is about being resourceful with the resources that we have. So it's like a stamp saying that you're making good money moves, you're spending your time well. That ties nicely into what I was saying at the bottom here too, of like make sure you kind of like set boundaries and get yourself back into a good work cycle going into the new year. With the Queen of Pentacles, this is also could be a new relationship as well. The Queen of Pentacles is very domestic, so there could be a relationship that's being fostered here as well. At the bottom, we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, unconditional love, self-respect, courage. Definitely have the courage to go after whatever this new opportunity is. Your intuition is guiding you really well. Your gut feeling is guiding you really well. But in terms of self-love and self-respect, I do again think getting yourself back in that healthy routine and work cycle is one of the best things that you can do for yourself. So don't just like first thing next year, like go and work 14 hours if you can avoid it. Set those good boundaries. Be working hard, but don't be overworking, and like maybe clean up your office space really well too, as a message that's coming through. Just set yourself up, organized, healthy, happy habits there. Okay, now let's take a look at our love column, which is anything related to love. We're starting off with a love message. It's important right now to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. Let's go ahead and take a look though and see what messages we have coming through here. In this column, think anything related to love, family, friends, children, marriage, whatever you associate with love. The first card that we have is the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is a card of keeping and maintaining boundaries. I feel like there's been some recent things that have happened in terms of love with family, friends, relationships, you name it, Libra, that you've kind of learned from and really instill those boundaries now going forward. Boundaries are a good thing, not a bad thing. So you know what you like, you know what you want, set boundaries accordingly. The next card that we have is the Emperor. The Emperor is very long-term. Anytime we have a throne card, this is like you on your throne, so I like to see this. You're in a good position, single, in a relationship, seeking, not seeking, whatever it may be, Libra. You're in a good position here. This is a card of respect, so if there are relationships coming for you, they are very respectful and healthy. Or this could be like seeking respect in a relationship too. Perhaps that's the boundary that's being set there. But this is very strategic, very forward focused. So if you're in a relationship, I think there is a lot of potential for this relationship in the future. Or perhaps some of you are just kind of planning your next love move here. At the bottom, we have the World card. The World card is completing a goal or completing a lesson. That seems to keep coming up. There was like something that happened recently that now we have a new boundary from and we learned from, and now we know what we want even more because of it, Libra. So keep that in mind. This can also be a card of travels. You could be traveling to visit family, friends, loved ones. Let's go ahead and clarify here. The first clarifier we have is the Empress. The Emperor and the Empress go so nice together. The Empress is a card of creation. It's a card of abundance. Really whatever you want in terms of love, you're capable of creating. So set those boundaries. Again, once you're clear on what you want, then it comes to you, Libra. So boundaries are a good friend for you here. Clear expectations. This can also be a card of pregnancy and fertility. So for those of you hoping to grow your family, this is a good card for you. The next card that we have is the Seven of Swords. The Seven of Swords is a card of theft, betrayal, dishonesty. We talked about this earlier. These words are so sharp. But again, I think there was something that happened recently, and I don't know that I would say it's theft, betrayal, dishonesty. Perhaps it is, but I think those are a little sharp. That's like kind of guided you forward. Again, we're more clear on what we want now. We're looking for more respect than there was previously. So I like to see that. At the bottom, we have the Fool card. The Fool card is fresh hope, taking chances, going on new paths, adventures. For those of you hoping for a new relationship, I definitely think it will be coming. Some of you that are in a relationship, I feel like you could be doing new things together, like traveling together, taking on a new hobby or something with each other. In general, like the energy here though, pretty nice. Let's move on to our fifth and final column though, which is a message from our future self or spirit guides. We have the summary card of consistency. Moderation and consistency, they go so nicely together. Consistency is another one of those keys to success. You can't start doing something and then just stop doing it. So think consistent as you go into January. But let's see what we're working with here. Look at those two aces together. So anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. First off, we have the Ace of Pentacles. This is typically a new job, raise, promotion, investment, income. That ties pretty well into what we saw in our money column. But it does seem like there's some sort of money or moving forward or advancement coming for you. Consistency is key though. Do not pick something up and then put it right back down, Libra. Stay focused, stay committed to getting there, getting it done. The next card that we have is the Ace of Wands. Again, anytime we have an ace card, it's a card of newness. With the case of Ace of Wands, this is new project. There is something new and something financially new. I'm going to call that out. At the bottom here, we have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is a very non-committal card. If you look, there's something different in each of these cups. And when we get to this point where there's so many paths and so many options, it can be challenging to commit. So whatever this new thing is, which is going to lead to new money, we need to stay consistent. We need to stay committed. This is kind of like telling you, like, you're going to feel a little non-committal. Again, you're going to want to, like, pick it up and put it right back down. And that's not necessarily the right answer here. Stay consistent. At the top, we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is very bold, very powerful, very charming. This very well could be a card of leadership. This opportunity could be potentially a leadership position or leadership promotion. But you're very valued, you're very heard here. You have more power than you did in the previous situation. This is a card of courage too, so again, pursuing these new opportunities. At the bottom, or excuse me, in the middle here, we have the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry. I think this ties nicely into the Seven of Cups, where there's just lots of options and you're trying to figure out if this is the right path. But we need to stay consistent. We need to give it an opportunity and really push forward here. At the bottom, we have the Knight of Wands. When I see this card, it like screams freedom to me, and it's creativity, and you're going to be really glad you did this. It's very freeing. Again, you're very heard, you're very validated here. So push forward on this new opportunity. Okay, Libra, this time I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use our Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them really quick. But for question number 1, we have the Two of Spades. This is number 34 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2 is the Five of Hearts. This is number 2 card. That's going to be a yes. And question number 3, we have the Seven of Hearts. This is number 21 card. That's going to be a yes. So yeses all across the board there for you, Libra, to start off the year. We're going to pull a card from our Healing Stones deck, which is a crystal to keep with you through the month of January. You have Fire Opal, which is good for passion, being spontaneous. It's like the firework crystal. Keeps you very cheerful, very creative, and lots of passion. Last but not least, we're going to pull a card from our Healing Notes deck. Your healing note says, the body heals with play, the mind heals with laughter, and the spirit heals with joy. Thank you so much, Libra, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post new content. Also, if you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box. But thank you so much, Libra, and I hope you have the best ever January.